Now, This Week in Texoma.
Welcome to This Week in Texoma. I'm Monty Brown, and today we're joined by Steve Hahn, the new president of AT&T Oklahoma. Thanks so much for being with us today.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
How long have you been the president of AT&T Oklahoma now?
It's been about 5 months.
Okay.
I was appointed in late May and got the family moved down to Oklahoma in about July, and just absolutely loving it.
Well, tell us about yourself. Where are you from?
I'm originally from Texas. Grew up, was born and raised in Central Texas. Worked for AT&T for almost 14 years now. A number of different locations across Texas. Most recently, I spent almost 4 years as the president of AT&T in Kansas.
Okay.
So this move to Oklahoma has been very nice.
Just kind of moving your way back down
I'm
towards
just
Texas.
ticking my way up and down I-35, it seems. And I'll tell you, I'm being from Central Texas, I don't need to go any further north than northeast Kansas. It's plenty cold up there.
Okay. Well, tell us, Oklahoma and AT&T, a lot of things going on, and what are some of the biggest changes that have happened just in the recent time?
We have a long history in this state, and we are in our company and our industry in general in a fascinating time of change. We were the telephone company for many, many years. The telephone is quickly moving into obsolescence. You talk to young people and you don't even understand what a telephone is.
What's a landline?
What's a landline, right? So I reshaped that in my mind, and when I talk to folks, I'd say we're not even really in the telecommunications business, we're in the connectivity business. We're about connecting our customers to whatever it is that whatever device and in whatever the way they want to do it, because the industry, as you know, is evolving so quickly. What that has meant for us at the local level, across the state, and really across the country, is delivering a high-speed, reliable service to as many places as possible, to give our customers the ability to connect, whether it's a smartphone, a tablet, laptop, computer, and we will start to see things like the cars that are connected and home automation and devices that people wear. All of these new devices, new technologies that help people run their businesses, live their lives, and entertain rely on this very reliable, high-speed network. So in the state of Oklahoma, over the last 3 years, we've invested almost $800 million to get that reliable network, high speed, to as many places as possible.
And we're talking the rural areas, a lot of them in southwest Oklahoma, a lot of big upgrades down here as well, right?
That's true. A big portion of that $800 million is in smaller communities and in rural areas, because this is about mobility. What we've learned over time is that if you take a function or a capability and you mobilize it, the utility of it goes up. People want to do things on the go. So it used to be the case that you'd have that reliable service in the metro areas, and we had problems in smaller communities and more rural areas. So a great deal of that investment has happened in smaller communities and a lot over the last few years in southwest Oklahoma. We've built new cell sites, we've upgraded the equipment, we've added capacity, all with that goal of giving customers access to that high-speed internet service for more places.
And is it just AT&T footing the bill for this? I think I saw a story, we're taping this, if you see the Christmas decorations, a little bit before Christmas, but I think I saw a story recently that said the federal government is actually putting some money into increasing some of this, or is this just all AT&T on your end?
The numbers that I'm talking about are purely AT&T. Over the last several years, we've invested as a company approximately $21 billion a year, 21 billion with a B, in the United States. That makes us, and I'm very proud to say, the largest capital expenditure, the company that spends the most on capital of any publicly traded company. Now, there are federal programs, and the federal government is very involved and very interested in making sure that high-speed internet service is available to more Americans. But by and large, what I'm talking about is purely AT&T's investment.
How does this compare, when the regular old telephone service got started, and I'm sure that was quite a bit of infrastructure and putting into this country. How does this, kind of compare to that?
That's a great question, and what you're talking about is exactly true. Incredible infrastructure throughout the course of the last century, largely copper and largely terrestrial, meaning buried or hung from wires. What we see now is the great technology advancements in wireless services. So in many ways, this network is a hybrid of fiber optic cable, which allows for a great amount of data, whether that's voice or video or pictures or whatever the case may be, complemented by a very robust wireless network. And the cost benefit of that is obvious, right? If you can build cell towers to deliver that reliable, strong service, you can do it much more quickly and much more efficiently than trenching up the ground and burying copper or fiber everywhere.
So a very, very big project, and investment for AT&T. And you know, one thing that we're also seeing, and we'll get into some of this stuff later, prices are actually seem to be coming down for the consumer. It seems like, so is it working out that more people that have access to this, the more you're able to reclaim that investment?
Yeah, certainly, and as I mentioned earlier about the utility of mobility, it's exploded if you think about it. I mean, I love thinking about 10 years ago or 20 years ago what the technology was like. Today, there are more wireless subscriptions than there are people in the United States. I mean,
wow.
So it has grown incredibly fast because people value it so much, the ability to take things on the go. And you know, another element of that is the old telephone company we talked about was a highly regulated, government-sanctioned monopoly. Today's market is much more competitive, so we're one of many that are investing a lot of money, thinking of new ways to connect, new ways to deliver the technology. All of that, at the end of the day, is good for consumers, to your point. More competitive options, new innovative services, and a downward pressure typically on prices.
Yeah, we're seeing the prices go down, whereas you get more data than what you used to pay for. So lots of stuff to talk about. We want to talk also about the DirecTV acquisition a little bit. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Excellent.
If you have a topic or issue you'd like us to focus on, please write to the address on your screen or fax us at 357-3811. Or you can email us.